In a political development that has sent shockwaves through South Africa's political establishment, an international arrest warrant has reportedly been issued for African National Congress, ANC, Secretary General Paul Mashatile. The implications are seismic, not only for Mashatile himself, but for the ruling party that has already been battered by endless corruption scandals, factional infighting, and waning public trust. The warrant, allegedly initiated by a European judicial authority in collaboration with Interpol, is said to stem from a wide-ranging investigation into transnational financial crimes. According to early reports, the charges may include money laundering, illicit financial transfers, and abuse of diplomatic channels for personal enrichment. The international nature of the crimes, combined with Mashatile's prominent political position, has catapulted the ANC into yet another scandal on the global stage. For years, rumors have circulated about Mashatile's extensive property portfolio, luxury lifestyle, and mysterious overseas dealings. While the Secretary General has always denied wrongdoing and maintained his innocence, critics and investigative journalists alike have pointed to a lifestyle that seems disproportionate to his known income. Whispers of Swiss bank accounts, shadowy European business associates, and luxury assets hidden under corporate shells have fueled suspicion. The issuing of the international warrant changes that dramatically. It suggests that foreign investigators have compiled a body of evidence strong enough to bring formal charges across borders. It also places significant pressure on South African authorities to either cooperate or risk global embarrassment and diplomatic friction. The ANC leadership, already fractured and limping from internal divisions, has reportedly been caught completely off guard. Sources inside Luthuli House describe a mood of chaos and betrayal. High-ranking party members convened an emergency closed-door meeting in Johannesburg just hours after the warrant story broke. President Cyril Ramaphosa is now facing his most difficult test yet. As head of a party already viewed by many South Africans as a symbol of corruption and moral decay, he must decide whether to defend Mashatile, his party's number 2, or distance himself for the sake of political survival. If Ramaphosa chooses to stand by Mashatile, he risks appearing complicit. If he turns against him, he risks igniting a full-blown internal war within the ANC, especially with the Radical Economic Transformation (RET) faction already mobilizing in the background, eager to exploit any fracture in the party's leadership. The warrant has sparked a legal and diplomatic conundrum. South Africa, as a signatory to international law enforcement agreements, is expected to comply with Interpol red notices and support global anti-corruption efforts. But doing so against one of the ANC's most senior officials is unprecedented. The Department of Justice has remained tight-lipped, stating only that they are reviewing the matter in accordance with international legal obligations. Behind the scenes, however, lawyers are scrambling to understand the scope and potential fallout of the charges. If Mashatile is arrested on South African soil, it will mark a historic first, the arrest of a sitting ANC Secretary General on international criminal charges. The South African public, long fatigued by the ANC's endless cycle of scandals, has reacted with fury and disbelief. "They keep looting while our kids starve," said one protester outside the ANC's regional office in Gauteng. It's not just about Mashatile, it's about an entire system that protects criminals at the highest level. Civil society groups are already calling for a full independent investigation into ANC finances and offshore dealings. Opposition parties, including the Democratic Alliance and the Economic Freedom Fighters, have seized on the scandal to demand Mashatile's immediate resignation and have begun pushing for parliamentary inquiries. "This is no longer a party issue, it's a national crisis," thundered DA leader John Steenhuisen in an emergency press briefing. "South Africans deserve to know how deep this corruption goes. If the ANC refuses to act, then the nation must." With elections looming on the horizon, the ANC finds itself once again in the eye of a perfect storm. The Mashatile arrest warrant could prove to be a breaking point, not just for his political career, but for the ANC's claim to moral authority. Voters are growing increasingly impatient with what many see as an unrepentant political elite feeding off state resources while millions live in poverty. Unless the ANC acts decisively and transparently, it may face a wave of defections, legal challenges, and electoral punishment unlike anything in its storied history.